betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.
This is Punters Inside Run. We're talking Sydney racing at Randwick. Mick Sharkie is with me as always. Nick H from punters.com joins us. Not a huge day at Randwick. Pretty rare. There's not a big race as we've seen most of the season, but the main event is the Randwick.
It is indeed one of the trickier races for mine on the card. And also know you mentioned off the top no brutality this week. We can only hope maybe Christmas Eve. A little Christmas special for you.
I hope.
Do you think brutality could just sort of do just a lap during races, just so you don't get left out?
I've started writing hate mail to brutality this week, and I hope the trainer reads it out to him just so he knows how disappointed I am.
All right, let's take a look at the Randwick over the 1,400 metres. Cowtail and Coal Crusher at the top of the market have form around each other.
Yeah, look, I'm going the way of Cowtail. Just confidence dented with that gate.
Yep.
The form is good enough for mine. Coal Crusher's obviously got the big weight going really well as well. But I think I'll be playing the exotics here. I think Hluchaniuk back to the 1,400, nice draw, is a chance. And Knight of Power down the bottom there can run well fresh, yet to win fresh, but 4 minor placings. So I think I'll just play the exotics rather than go too big on Cowtail.
Hardest horse to get my head around is the Mar Eustace horse. Amish boy, I just can't work that horse out.
Now, you may have worked it out. You may have worked me out, Matty, so far, but I'm not quite right. I'm sick. And I'm going to back Amish boy.
No.
Yeah, I know he hasn't won in probably, 3 years?
Yeah, it's a horse that I just let go early on.
Yeah.
No, I'm grabbing hold. I think this is the weekend. He's been...
So when he said you're dropped, you said, do you want to go out with me?
Yeah, brutality out. Amish boy. Who's the next worst that I could associate myself to?
Tell me why you're going with this horse.
Well, they've kept him over sprint trips so far this prep. I thought his jump out early on he showed enough, but they've just been racing him into, I hope, form and fitness. Certainly fitness. I thought his last run at 1,400 was a better indication of perhaps him getting back to something like his best. It wasn't long ago that he was steaming home in Magic Millions races and everything else and running huge races. I'm going to say that he's better on his Sydney leg. I'm going to hope that.
And it is an open race, so you never know.
Well, miracles.
It's very polite. It's very polite.
It's Christmas time. Miracles do happen. Okay,
They do.
Could believe.
Yeah. So let's recap. You're with
Cowtail on top. We'll go Hluchaniuk and Knight of Power for the value there.
I'm with Hluchaniuk. As you say, just 4 weeks off between runs, back to the 1,400, freshened up, got a good record at 1,400 and drawn to get a nice draw just in behind the leaders.
Every time I see Hluchaniuk in, is it just me, or do you think of the B52?
I think of the B52 every time.
Yeah.
And just start singing it.
Yeah. Hluchaniuk, baby Zoo.
Well, if it wins, I'll be singing on the weekend over that. What about some other bets? Your best bet, other bets and value?
Yeah, best bet in the last with Frumos. Got to go again with her. Obviously, we know what happened last start with Barrier 1. Looks short here, but Barrier 6, J-Mac aboard. I actually thought she might have been a little bit shorter. I think it was mentioned after last start, Karen McAvoy said if she got the run, she would have exploded. So got to go with her in the last. Race 6, number 1, Arnold is another I like. He performed really well early in his prep last campaign. Last 2 got rolled as favourites before going for a spill, but they were on wet tracks. So I think returning on a good track, it's BM72. It's not the toughest race. I think he's a really good chance there.
Normally hear Arnold, you think of Arnold Palmer. I think of Arnold Horseshack. So I'm going Hluchaniuk and Horseshack.
Double shack.
Shacks.
Yeah, the shack attack.
Your best in Sydney?
I'm with Frumos as well, Matty. Everyone saw that run last time. Oh, Nick, I reckon she's worth a bet at the current price. I'm taking that. I think the best value's in the first, in the 2-year-old race, Arkley's, who was in that very early gymcrack race on a heavy track, just didn't know much about it when she was asked to go on the heavy ground, finished off well, she's jumped out really well. The Snowdens, I think, have got a pretty nice filly here. Arkley's.
I'm going with Alpha One. They decided to keep it in Sydney. It's got a good first up record. I think, you look at the 1,000-metre record, it's 2 from 2. Boasts a second to Giga Kick in the Vane Stakes, so that's pretty good. Good form for me, Alpha One. Best value, though, we go to race 7, number 4, Deficit. Ran on well, second up run, comes back from benchmark 88 to benchmark 78. And the last start at the mile 1 at Eagle Farm, so I'm with Deficit.
We line up there with the value. Picks also with Deficit. Yeah. Nice improvement there, second up over the 1,400. And who did he finish alongside? of course.
Brutality.
So that's the form we've got to go with.
It has to be.
We've got to go that
It's
way.
going to haunt me forever.
It will. Mate, thank you as always for all your help throughout the year, and have a safe Christmas. We'll see you back next year.
And hopefully plenty of winners over the festive season.
Yes, we'll have plenty of winners. You can find all Nick's tips at punters.com.au. He'll be working right through the Christmas season, as he mentioned. But next up, it's the big call with all our tips for the weekend.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.